Hello. Turn that down just a little bit. Okay. Why, hi. Welcome to the night stream, I guess. So, this is more or less us trying to figure out what the next map we're going to work on. I have a lot. So, in general, there are 13 more maps left, which, no, we didn't win. Thank you, Playlist, for coming with the fanfare there. But we have 13 other maps to choose from. I've been kind of gathering a bunch of different references. So here, like this one right here, this is a tile set for the floating continent for Final Fantasy VI. And so I'm kind of been going through. I have a lot more access to stuff that's interesting, kind of like this. So the continent itself, get like all the way down to the pixel colors and everything specific to that, which is super cool. And this right here would be insane to make, in my opinion. It just sounds like something that would be pretty crazy. So I'm really interested in that. And then the ground itself would be cool. And I kind of just went like the 3 statues. I don't really know what they're called. But that would probably take up a lot of the space, like the polygons on the map. So I feel like the continent has to be simple, but to still be iconic. It just has to have that platform with the 3 statues on it, where, you know, Kefka moves them around and then the world of ruin happens, kind of thing. But we have plenty of reference, I guess, to work with. So we've got that. This is the best I could find for the Fortress of Trials, which is technically the Citadel of Trials for Final Fantasy I. I feel like this would be the iconic room for that. I need to kind of look through and see exactly what. So this, it looks like this is the throne room kind of thing for that portion. I'm really not as in tune with Final Fantasy I as I am with a few of the other ones, because I played it through it, I just didn't play through it more than once. So we've got a kind of a map. This is the first floor for, as it noted right here. And so we got that. That's the fortress. It's technically, like I said, the Citadel Trials in the actual game, but in Final Fantasy Tactics it was translated to Fortress instead of Citadel, which is very interesting to me. We've got Matoya's Cave. This is from the Game Boy Advanced Dawn of Souls version, which allows us to, again, get into pixel by pixel stuff. So we could it'd be kind of cool to have like the entrance with the skulls and stuff on the wall. I think that'd be really cool. And then have them on the tables. And this layout is kind of neat and perfect. So I think it'll just make a cool room and a cool thing to come down to. So I think this would be an interesting map to make. Next thing we have is the tile set for Summit Falls. And I think I have reference to this. Let me double check that quick. I think I have that out somewhere. Is this what I'm looking for? No, I do not have anything outside of this. So I probably should look up like what the actual map for Summit Falls looks like. This is Matoya's Cave. We're kind of just going. Hi, Kath, by the way. We're just going through and all the reference I have. I've tried to gather tile sets or whatever I can. Oh. Oh, you dear. Thank you so much. I need to get a better alert for that. Also, it's supposed to do the TTS thing, and I don't know how to do text-to-speech. So frustrating. I'll probably have to look into that eventually. Anyway, so there's that, and then there's Summit Falls, which, again, I am not very familiar with. This is the tile set for it. So like I said, we can get really, really ingrained and deep into the texture and everything like that. So that's super nice for us. I'll tell you that it's been a while since I set mine up, and I no longer remember. Oh no. It's okay. So you got treasure chest there, and this is just the tile set, like I said, they used to build the map. So I need to look into that a little bit more. I have multiple references for the Tower of Battle, which is from Final Fantasy IV. So we got really cool tile for floors. We've got all the cool mechanical walls, and all the robots and everything there. Even the iconic, like the buttons and everything that we need for all of this. So this is mostly from Spriter's resource. I've got a few other things from some other places, so I'm gonna go over to those next. Population 1, yeah. But yeah, these are so neat, like, and again, it's all down to the pixel too, so we can take the palette from stuff and everything like that and remake it in. This is so neat. Like, this, it's just so cool. Going through all this stuff, so I'm not. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Like this stuff right here with the little, like you said, the lighting on there is so. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, we had the, like I said, the floating continent. We got the citadel. It's just all that repeating texture and everything. And it has its pixels down to the map itself. But we got Matoyas. So far, I'm kind of leaning to Matoyas right now. I just like, I kind of want to make this map in general. Like, it seems really neat. We got Summit Falls. I don't have the map for it, so again, I need to look that up. Here's our first reference for the Tower of Babel. Like I said, it's the entire tile set. I'm going to flip over to here and pop into our 3D program. I have a few other references that I found, which is they're a little scary, I guess is the best way to put it. But let's see if the OPJ works. So this is the Crystal Tower from Final Fantasy III, I believe, for the DS remake. This is the first floor. I know it's like super angled and really weird, but that's how it came out for the actual thing. I don't know if this is the actual reference for how it's supposed to look with the textures. I kind of messed with those a little bit. But so we have that. What else do I have here? So we'll get the second floor. Again, 6. So it kind of looks nice and similar. It looks like. I think I went into a different one. Got the hallway in the back, but like something like this middle section looks really nice. If you wanted to do, I like how they made everything here. It's so neat. So I'm just trying to import some other stuff. So this is definitely the second floor, unless it's just a different. Okay, so it is different. Okay, so it looks like it has different parts sectioned off. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with everything when it comes to all this stuff, so it kind of hurts the knowledge behind everything. But now we have a tower in the center. It's only modeled from the actual sides. And again, I think these are all supposed to be see-through and not like weird highlighted. It's just the texture that I have applied. I can probably fiddle with it to make it look a little bit more closer to the thing, but I actually have the texture themselves, so we can pull from that if we need to. So it looks like that all the floors are a little bit different. Actually, I guess I can import them all in different spots. So I can move this up, or I guess down. We'll move it to the right or something like that. And then we can import the different floors and kind of mess around with them. There's 5 I have available. So it looks like, yeah, just varying degrees of them revealing everything. So let's go to the first floor. So it's really subtle, obviously, the difference between the different Crystal Tower floors. So that's really cool. Let's see if we can find... Oh, this one says water. The right one. So this one looks pretty cool. Got the staircase. This is the 4th floor. I feel like if you go in here, that's where you go from. Like I said, I like how they're all weird. It's skewed into the angle and everything. It just seems silly. Oh. It's a way too epic music for what I'm actually showing off, but I'm not gonna counter it. So, of all the floors and everything here, this seems to be possibly the easiest as a Final Fantasy Tactics map. So here's all of our reference, which is kind of neat to have it in 3D, right? Because this is the DS version for Final Fantasy III, I believe. Yeah, I know it's like super skewed, but if you look at it at just the right angle, it looks like you should be able to play it in a game. But I love like the glass, the crystal, and everything on the textures and everything stuff. So I am definitely going to go ahead and save my scene here. Inside this one, it has a few other things, so I'm gonna do Crystal Tower, all floors. Okay, and I'm gonna make a new one, and we'll go ahead and it has a few other options here, so I'm just gonna take a look at those. Again, I haven't looked at everything. So here's our entrance. Look at that water. That's really cool. So this is the entrance to the Crystal Tower. That's what it looks like. That would make a neat map right there. Just that cool, the stairs and everything like that. So let's check that and keep that in there. I'll just move it over to our left here. Okay, so this one says it was the entrance to the Forbidden Land of Eureka, which is also another unexplored land that we are going to have access to. So this definitely looks pretty cool, and I would be cool to have a map just like this as well. Anyone in chat very astute with Final Fantasy III at all? Just by looking at it, this feels like the most iconic portion of this dungeon. You play the DS version? Because like I said, this looks like the entrance to... it said the entrance to the Forbidden Land of Eureka, and I have I have to do that map as well. So this would be really cool to do with the walls and the textures and stuff. So let me import some more stuff on our side. What else do we have? We've got room mirror, is what it says. You don't remember the maps, okay. So we've got 5 dragon, it looks like. And then a mirror room in the middle. No worries. Oh, I'm gonna put that back there. Okay, and then what's our last piece that we have? What does this say? Room World of Darkness. So it looks like you kind of get sucked into like the whirlpool here. And go into, because this is where you found like Fight Cloud of Darkness, I think, at the top here. So you go in the mirror and then you go into here, maybe? Kind of want to make this. If we were going to make anything, I think it would be this. Because this seems really cool. To be small enough and a really interesting combat with the water and everything. I just don't know. Like I said, the biggest problem is with Final Fantasy III, I don't know how iconic any of it would be. And if we're trying to like, oh yeah, that's Final Fantasy, the Crystal Tower from Final Fantasy III, that's what we're going for. As soon as somebody sees it, we need it like to be recognizable for everything. So, but yeah, I found all this on Modeler's resource, which is another portion of the Spriters resource page, which was really neat. It has a bunch of stuff for the DS versions of Final Fantasy. It's got Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 9, all the 3D versions. So, really cool reference material and everything like that. So, this is the biggest contender for that. Maybe outside of this one, but I don't know how I would do the dragons other than like do our petrification idea that we've been doing. So. That mirror does look kind of cool, though. And then having, like, a swirl. I don't know how we would accomplish this in Final Fantasy Tactics. That looks nuts. Just have maybe, like, the things come up and down, and... Maybe that's kind of reminds me of the gate, to Muron Death City, right? In Final Fantasy Tactics. When the portal goes down and all those things fall into it. Maybe I can try to look into that a little bit if we wanted to do something from this one. But, like I said, this one still gets my vote for this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new one. That's everything I have in reference from the Crystal Tower. So we went through the World Darkness, Mirror, entrance to the Forbidden Land of Eureka, the entrance to the actual Crystal Tower, and then all the floors. And we have that theme that has all the floors on them together. Our next one is the Forbidden Land of Eureka, and it's got 8 floors. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So it's very, like I said, crystals. Got like a bunch of space stuff everywhere. Very cave-like, with like shards of stuff inside everywhere. And then I can fix these, like I said, rendering, hypershade. So some of the crystal stuff does, I'm gonna grab. Just trying to find which one. That's the walls. And this one's what? So let's go back here, and then I'm going to add the transparency from that same. It is in desktop. Stream stuff. Unexplored lands art. I think it was all. Yeah, so now they are clear. See how they're transparent? Fortunately, we now can kind of see through and has some weird Z biting stuff there, so that's why I disconnected it so I could actually see some of the map when it conflicts with the transparency too much. But yeah, that's what the file looks like itself, so we can reference that kind of stuff when we're making the map, which is really neat. So that, like I said, it's a bunch of different floors, so this would be kind of cool to have, like, just to open over these starry maps. Oh, can I see? Material attributes. Sorry, I'm going to pull this over so I can see it. This one. All two, yes it is, okay. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna help us, is it? Anyway. Okay, I'll move it back so everybody can see what I'm actually doing here. Let me get back to the channel one so the view is a little bit wider and fits in here better. Okay, so we're going to remove that one and import our next floor. This one has multiple objects. Interesting. So definitely, like I said, a bunch of maze kind of stuff. So what's the other one? So we pulled in the second one. What's this one do? Oh, it's got like an overlay. Oh, it's the inner portion of that cave. It looks like. So. Oh, there's stairs. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I know this is it's really hard to look at. Just like I said, there's the transparency and everything I have to get set right on the import and everything like that, So I think all of the extra ones are where these stairs lead. So I'm assuming that these ones here, these are like the interiors. So if you were to line them up over here with this one, it would go into these interior sections, which is kind of cool. So let's just take a look at a few more of those. Yeah, so this is the other interior, it looks like. Okay. So that's floor 2. Okay, this one is just 1, so definitely messed up on the UVs or something on this one when they got it exported. And there's a bridge. That's cool. I think that's supposed to be a waterfall. Oh, we're gonna skip this one. As much as I want to hear that, but okay. So that one's pretty cool. I like the bridge and everything. I've always been told that, like, Final Fantasy 3 wasn't the best. Just in general. It's like there's a platform now. What? No way. Really? I mean, obviously there was a reason that never came, I guess. I don't know. We only got the other ones. It's good, but not that good. Okay. Good. Maybe I'll have to find a DS emulator and play through it eventually. Okay, that was floor 4. Nice. Okay, so there's more pedestals. These seem to be kind of getting a theme the higher we go up in the dungeon. I don't know if I skipped a floor or not, but... Oh, that one. This one's interesting. Look at that. So there's a raised ground portion. Hard part is to know where you kind of come in at. I really like this. You have like the platforms, right? And then you have bridges to fight across. And I could use the Eureka Falls bridges as well to kind of do that stuff. It's just hard to know, like I said, what is more iconic in regards to... Okay, this is 4-6. I feel like the top floor is going to give us like the biggest one, but I kind of want to go up by... Okay, so here's like a bridge, and then... This one has another object in it somewhere. Okay, so it looks like a teleporter, almost. Yeah, the floor before this one looks pretty interesting as something that we could use, maybe. But let's see what the last floor looks like. Oh, it doesn't have... The last floor just has textures, so it looks like that's 7. Those ones we pulled in are actually the last ones we have access to. So I would say this is probably what I would go with. Kind of like a rotating map. And you kind of, like I said, I feel like you start over here and then try to go towards the middle. But that doesn't make sense for why you would be here. So kind of like across, like around here. But that's pretty neat. So it's good to know. Like floor 6 seems like it's probably the best bet for the Forbidden Land Eureka, I think is what it's called. Okay, and our last one we do have access to. I'm gonna go ahead and make a new scene. Is Falgabard. want to take a look at just some... So this is a town, apparently for dark nights. And it's claimed to... like, this is actually an unexplored land. Like, the town itself is supposed to be part of it. So this would be something kind of interesting. But apparently its biggest thing is there's a hidden battle in the dungeon. Sorry, in the waterfall. Beneath the waterfall here. Against a shinobi that gives you like the best samurai sword in the game. Just like how they set everything up. It's so cool. Like, it's the inn. There's the magic shop. Weapon smith and everything like that. There's this cool island like right in the middle. The trees look really cool. And like I said, we have the textures for everything here. But it's really nice. Like, it's so cool to have everything. And look at all the tiles, like everything, how they made the topography and stuff. So it's just really neat. So I'm gonna go ahead here. And then they had some other things. They had the waterfall. So this is the part that when I read about the actual town, this was like the cool, important part. So you come in through the waterfall entrance right here. And there's a hidden boss in here called the Shinobi. And so the whole town is a town of Dark Knights. And then there's this Shinobi inside this waterfall dungeon. I think is this what I pulled in? Yes. I just pulled that in twice, right? Okay. So what's the other thing? It said Dark Blade. Joe Musashi. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's got... Okay, so I can break... so we're going to do a new scene real quick. We'll see if we can kind of take apart whatever this is here. So here's what it actually looks like with just the mesh. And then here, can I do it now? Okay. Texture map. So let's edit the map real quick. So we're just gonna break the transparency so we can see everything. Now that's pretty cool. There's stuff in here we can't see. That's really cool. Just the caves and stuff that you went in and out. Okay, and then we can import that other version part into here. So I wonder if there's a entrance somewhere, but I think this is probably what we would go after. Cool, the water part for the ground. I want to know. I don't know how I would do both. This one seems like the most difficult thing, outside of maybe the Chocobo Forest. For the next one, because I want to both capture. Obviously, we have the town itself, being a town full of Dark Knights and stuff. So you have this, but inside here, inside this waterfall, is this area. So I kind of want to find a way I feel like it would have to be like a two-part almost for this one. I don't know, and that seemed like a lot for something that most people won't know. Because like inside the waterfall here is interesting by itself. Where this entire town is also really interesting, but there's no way you're going to get all of that into a Final Fantasy Tactics map. But I'm probably going to tackle this one in quite a while. Maybe probably my like last map or close to it. We did find one really cool one for the Crystal Caves. So I might, sorry, the Crystal Tower, not Crystal Cave. So that would definitely be something I want to look into. But of all the ones that I have actually gone through today, I kind of want to try Matoya's Cave. I think it's really simple, obviously. It's not like too crazy or anything like that, but I think it's just kind of a cool, quaint little map. I'm kind of in love with it, I guess is the best way to put it. So I want to know how I'm going to be able to pull off both. I want to do the entrance and I want to do the inside. Because the entrance seems really cool and iconic. So it was either that or doing starting with the floating continent today. Like those are my two, probably like straight up. Because I know a lot of people are playing T Edition. That now that kind of came into resurgence. So. But I also think Matoya's Cave would be really cool to try. And to make this like... So, I think we're going to go start with that. So let's pull up our stuff. I'm going to go ahead and close out some of my other stuff that was going. But yeah, I've just been gathering whatever I could reference-wise for the past... Oh my goodness. I don't even know how many months. Okay, so I did, like I said, I even had the floating continent and everything there, so I'm gonna actually make myself a folder for Matoya's Cave. And let me take a look. Boom. Yeah, definitely from the original Final Fantasy. Cool. And literally all you do here, it's not like a dungeon or anything like that. Let me pull up the internet page I'm looking at. You gonna... No? Do I have to reset your properties? Yeah, I do. Okay. So, all you do is literally head to find the witch Matoya, and you have to fight self-animated, there's self-animated brooms, and yeah. You just go and find her eye and give it back to her. And that's the entire thing. But for some reason, they made it an entire unexplored thing for... So it's once enjoyed the adoration of the ancient Ronkin peoples, but then ended with her creation of the Enthralled, a work of witchcraft to lay the eye. It was when then she took up residence in a cave. So, yeah, it's just interesting. It's weird what they ended up choosing for some of these things. So, okay, I think I'm just gonna grab a random vanilla map that I haven't used. That also doesn't have multiple states. It's probably just a random battle map, which I haven't used yet. Guess the closest thing I could think of is, I'm just looking through vanilla maps right now. Could definitely steal some of the bookcases from the underground book storage. Would be really interesting. Kind of steal some of that stuff. I think we're gonna take Bed Desert. So my version of it, I closed off the site over here, and then made it so you couldn't jump. So it literally was just a rounded map. That was my alternate version of this one. Okay, do I have 82? I'm just gonna make sure that the mod currently isn't using 80. It is using 82. We used it for the floating castle, so I'll probably have to pick a different one. That's probably a... Should I pick? Redeemed Hydrate. Do I need one of those? I can thank my wife for my lemonade. And for the hydration reminder. Thank you. There isn't really like a cave. You're not moist anymore. Well, that was a fun stream. That was, okay, well, let's try Grog Hill. Since I'm not using that one. It doesn't have enough bulk in it. How well did I do? Moisturize. Man, it's nuts how GDX has the lighting thing and how solid it makes these maps look when it's done, when the lightings on them is done correctly after my alternate version of them. It's so crazy. It's like I said, a bunch of the maps that because I'm gonna go through the alternate map pack eventually and correct all the textures and the lighting and everything like that. So it's nuts on how many I'm going to be able to just kind of move along. Thank you, Kath. Thank you very much. Also, thank you for playing through these. It's a pleasure on my end too. So. That's so cool. Look at that. Okay, so if we do this, we can export default palette. Okay, so 2 things we need to do. We need to export the texture to Matoya's cave. Actually, every minute only blame my choice of doing a monster run for my difficulties. I think PFD did an archer run of my maps, which sounds absurd and also kind of cool. Textures. Okay, so there is the texture for the map. And then if I edit and export the palette, super, it is, yeah. Exactly. So that's the default. Okay, so what I feel is what I want to do is have like a slice of Matoya's cave. Charge 2 instead of charge 1. Because everything else isn't worth it, right? So there's a lot of unused palettes here, so that'll be nice to mess around with. And another thing that, so I need to actually grab all of the 81 files here. Make sure that they are in, so I know the proper, I know I'm editing the proper files. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open the one in Matoya's instead. Okay. You just gave me an idea. Oh, before I go dinner, don't forget to save regularly. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh man, I appreciate that very much. Oh no, what did I do this time? Okay, cool. Okay, we'll save. We are also working on the newest version of GDX. If you remember last time, when we were going through and modifying all the gears for the Ronkan Ruins, we actually can now... Oh, Kethel, before you leave, I'm going to spoiler you a little bit. This is what we ended up with. I reached out to Twin, and I'm gonna get some help on these. Yeah, I love how it looks so much. So, but yeah, this is the Ronkan Ruins. In Final Fantasy Tactics. But yeah. So you now have the Phantom Train. Oh, that's the old one. Sorry. Hold on. There's the Phantom Train. 50 pen. Thank you so much. We got the Phantom Train. We've got the floating castle. I feel like I need to redo this a little bit at least, just because I need to get closer to the reference instead of taking my own take on it, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna kind of go and play it by ear. Maybe just the textures, because I reused a bunch of Final Fantasy Tactics ones instead of using reference from the actual game itself. So maybe we can like mix up the walls a little bit. And then these parts right here don't actually make terrain shapes. this part right there. So I'm going to have to change this part and this part up. So there's at least a little bit of edits here and there, but there are some neat things that are going to occur on this map. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we've got that, Flying Fortress, Phantom Train, and the Ruins. I had the floating continent as an option for today, but we're going to stick with Matoya's Cave. So, map number 4 for Final Fantasy Tactics Unexplored. So the bigger thing here, is that going to take the... Yes, it takes the black ones as well. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Okay. So my excuse me. My idea is I kind of want to let me grab the painting stuff here for selection. Ow, of course I need to hold control to be able to get the whole thing. Anyways. Paint with your mouse. That's all I suggest. You can't move the selection there. Actually, I want to remove these. I want to keep this as a wall to kind of show off my concept. Now my nose has a snap. No boy, no. Okay, so if we bring all this down, and obviously we missed literally every single side. I'm sorry if I mess with the camera controls a little bit, because I was literally just in a program that uses the different set of controls. It's like moving back and forth between a default control. I'm expecting no, what the heck? I missed the widget. Okay, I'm just gonna delete these, because we don't need them anyways. Fine. That's how we're gonna deal with this. We're not. I have to get rid of them anyways, but the only more fun thing that could probably happen here is if I randomly crash it. I do want to get rid of that. Excuse me. Like I said, my nose attempted to sneeze, and then I didn't let it, and now it's paying me back. Hey Ninja Weasel, how you doing? Wait, no, hold on. So we actually, the first hour of the stream, we were looking at all the concepts and all of the references we had. We were going to start on Matoya's Cave from Final Fantasy 1. The concept we have is this beautiful little thing right here. So, yeah. So I'm trying to find a way right now to be able to do the entrance and the cave in the same map. Because I feel like they're both just as iconic as each other. The room, so I'm trying to kind of, yeah, just doing some mathing. Don't make fun of my allergies, sir. I'm just trying to get a concept going. So we're going to get rid of all these plants. And then we're going to take all of these. And then we're going to move. Screw allergies. Yeah, exactly. Is that down too far? That's down one more extra, okay. So I move these back here. Sound the same. Please allow me to figure out if those are the same. They are, okay. Just putting these in here. We should have a playable concept by the end of this, so we should be able to fulfill that redemption. At least that's the goal. Apparently I was selecting right in between those two pieces of geometry. So the experiment right now is to see... Why are you not letting me doing it? Okay. Exactly what I can see if I were to have a wall on this corner of the map. Side of the map. It's not really a corner, it's literally an entire horizontal space. And in my opinion, I feel like we can get away with it. Like, it'd be a straight wall, kind of just like this, like I said. So the entrance to the cave would be here. And we'd kind of like cut it off. Let's see what the Let's see what the concept looks like. Yeah, we kind of like cut it off at the height of people. And so then, after getting into the cave, so you'd kind of start maybe out here, and then in here, the rest of the battle would be coming from these camera angles. But this would be the inside and here. So you could probably still see, but let me see if I can. Okay, so you can actually use those. And then he added like a scrunched version of it on what it looks like when you're. So you would lose basically basic visibility of this portion here is what it looks like. If they stayed at so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high? No, 4 high. And that seems reasonable. Back here, I'm just kind of giving myself a reasonable wall in the back. So, concept-wise, like, in execution, I feel like we could do both. We could have a small... Man, what is the size of this? It's 11 by 13. It's a pretty decent-sized map. Excuse me. Not the biggest we could do, and that's perfectly fine. I don't want a big map for this. It's not a lot going on. Like I said, it's literally just a room with pedestals and stuff. And a random table, I guess. So, I think we've got at least a good direction for what we're going to start with. So, let me start kind of trimming out the actual portion here. And we got some cool stairs, so we can actually use those as a concept. Maybe we just have like a texture of those going on to account for the stairs instead of building them out. Because the stairs in Final Fantasy games are always just a tile, right? So when you walk on that tile, it transitions you to another map, so it looks and feels like you're going into a different floor or room or something like that. So here we could kind of just have it be printed on the wall. So like if there's like an opening or a gap. And since it's a 3D space, I don't have to have a metaphorical thing there. I can just have it go into the blackness. Since it will be inside, we can change the background to do that. Okay, so I kind of like this slanted face with the bottom being straight as like a template for the entrance. So I kind of want, I'll get rid of these real quick. Everything can be seen from every angle. It's the only way plants exist in Final Fantasy Tactics. Lots of separate cards. Just when you think you got rid of all of the plants, they are still there. Okay, so like I said, I kind of like the concept of these as a cliff face, so I'm going to use these as my template. So they do count as one tile by walking on them. And if we look at the thing here, it has like a indent. So let's create that real quick. So I'm going to move these two. Oh yeah, and then I'm going to pop it back into a space that doesn't look as strange to me when I'm working with it. I think that'll help me select things as well. So here. Oh, I have a... I need to get rid of just a lot of the pieces here just so I can rebuild without as much worry. Okay, so these are the concept here. Okay, cool. So let's look at that texture one more time. And is there an even? Is this even? Can I use this as an entrance? Yes. As long as I do this, this can be a door. So we'll just use this right here as a space. So we go here, here, and bring that over. We'll have a wall on this side. And I can bring it over here. I can hit the widget and actually bring it over. Thank you. So that's our door. Get rid of whatever this is. Same right here, get rid of that. Very itchy chin, apparently. Okay. Oops, I forgot to copy it when I did that. Okay, so there's that. Just gonna remove that one. Most of this should be normal squares, right? And it just has different heights. Okay, so let's look at the concept one more time. Looks pretty simple, so probably just another panel up, and then the wall would be right here. So Ichin? Oh, Ichi-chin. Solid. I was like, I don't get it. And then I had to say it out loud, and I got it. I'll allow it. Grab that. Move this way. Okay. And then we would need a triangle for that spot. Okay, fine. Okay, so it is this, and then we'll just move these two down. Move these concept back here. We duplicate it. We grab a wall, and we duplicate that. And then we flip it. And so there would be this, and then these two would come up in this sort of fashion. Except it would be, in order to keep the topography, it would be this, and this. Okay, so we have a wall. And we grab this and that allows us to do here is grab this and copy and rotate. At the door, we're going to select our widget like we mean it. Also, I haven't saved in like a year. I'm going to do that. So you can see everything from this side. Cool. Okay. Concept's still holding up, which is great to hear. Oh man. Okay. Big stretch. Take a drink. We're working on that, Elric. Thank you. Definitely working on that word. Hope you're doing well tonight. And this evening. Just woke up from a long nap. Hell yeah. Okay, so we can't do that because It needs to match the topography here. I mean, this, I feel, should be a triangle. And in order to meet that one, you should do this instead. That would be the smarter way to go about this. The reason we're doing that part that way is because if we did strips in the vertical, we might actually get an issue with the rendering of how it renders in front of the sprites and stuff. Where this, we can get the solid wall and the topography works. And the only thing we kind of come into an issue with is a triangle right there, and that works really well. So activate stream mode. So there is a little unfortunate part of that, actually. So if you were viewing, so the month of December, I'm trying to do day streams every weekday. The weekends are probably still off the table, just to kind of maybe decompress, but I'm not sure yet. Normal nighttime stream that schedules so far so good, staying the way it's supposed to. But my day stream, I had planned to get some kind of chore done or some kind of thing as an adult done each day. So today it was clean my living room, like literally get everything, vacuum and organize my cords for all of my systems that I have right next to me, move stuff out of the way so we can set up Christmas stuff, which we're going to be doing tomorrow, and organize my cords for my computer and vacuum and a bunch of everything. And then we also had a bunch of stuff that we wanted to get rid of, and I took that to the Goodwill. So that was that. And then the day before that, I had to take all of my work stuff and get it shipped back to my job, the actual main office in Ohio. I worked remote from home, so they sent me monitors and a laptop and everything, so I had to return their equipment because I didn't want to pay for it because I didn't want it. So that was my goal for that day, and then that was Thursday, and then today we got the other one done. And then I've been streaming with Joker and co-op stuff during day streams. I still want to probably do some mod streams and stuff during the day, but I want to keep doing that. However, during the day stream today, I got a message from my kid's daycare that a kid in my daughter's class had tested positive for COVID. Yeah. So we had to immediately go and pick her up from school and bring her home. And as of right now, if we get her tested on Sunday, which is what our appointment is for that, if we get a negative result, she can go back to daycare as long as she wears a mask on Thursday of next week, the 9th. If she's positive, yeah, the Rona, unfortunately. So me and my wife are vaccinated, so there's no issue for us as an issue there. And my kid did just turn 5, but we were too busy trying to do a bunch of other stuff in order to get her the vaccine as well, which is really unfortunate because we could avoid this whole situation. But that probably will hinder, fingers crossed, if tests come back negative on Sunday, or after when we get that stuff on Sunday. That'll hinder probably next week's streams. Yeah, I'm really hoping everybody stays okay. She's not feeling very well right now. I think she has a pretty bad cough and just feeling sick in general. So really hoping we can get some rest and just kind of recover and hopefully it's, like I said, just a flu or something like that, and not actually COVID, which would suck, because then not only can she not go back to daycare, but next Thursday, because she would have to wait another entire week to get it through the entire thing, but we'd have to stay in quarantine as well and stuff like that. So, and I had an entire month of stuff planned, and so I would lose half of my month to this, which would really suck. But I can't really control it, so it's really unfortunate. But we'll make the best of it, and we'll do our best. But yeah, I did, like I said, I did plan on the weekdays to stream during the day, every day, and then my normal night mod streams as well. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Yeah, it does. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays would have night streams as well as day streams. So lots of streaming, hopefully coming soon of just... So most of the day streams are going to be gameplay. Just playing stuff, hanging out with Joker and whatever else I feel like playing or doing stuff, because it's been super fun. And For the King is a great game if you haven't been playing it or haven't played it before. It's very fun. But there's other stuff we could do too. Or I could play a single player game, because there's some really good classics and masterpieces I haven't played. Hell yeah, yeah. We talked about Magic the Gathering last night, so it's definitely a shared interest there. I do need to play through Inscription, because Kokojo, I won that giveaway, and I told him I'd play it on stream. So I want to play through that. It's a card game, so Jumza, you'd probably be interested in that as well. And then there's some other ones, like I said, masterpieces and classics that I want to play through. I've never played through Chrono Trigger, so that would be something. I want to play through other stuff, like Vagrant Story. I've never actually played through all of Ogre Battle before. There's Vandal Hearts. I haven't played through that before. The only problem is I only have a month. And then I have to go back to just night stuff, because I gotta start my job up again. Yeah, I never played through Chrono Trigger before. So, that's the only problem, is that it would have to be something that I could dedicate to. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, like, it's awesome that it was emotional enough to cause that kind of response. Not that you cried. I'm not happy that you cried. So yeah, that's the unfortunate series of events. But hopefully, like I said, we can get some good news, and it's just a bit of time, and then the tear drink. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to still stream next week if I can. I don't know if it's gonna be possible. I don't currently count on being able to do it during the day, at least. Again, night times are still on the table. Yeah, I'm hoping everything just kind of works out and everything is okay, and I don't have to. But if worse comes to worse, I mean, it's not like anybody chose to get sick or have to deal with it, you know? So I definitely highly recommend watching the VOD. We went through all of my reference material that I have gathered over the past month or two, including the 3D DS maps I found for the Crystal Tower, the Forbidden Land of Eureka. Is there Eureka? I think so. I need to double check all of my... Yes, hold on, let me look up here. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, well, the Forbidden Land of Eureka, the Crystal Tower. Oh, I forgot to look up Tosis. I even literally had it set up here. Valgabard, which is the Dark Knight Village. So I got a bunch of 3D models ripped on Models resource, which is like an offshoot or a sister site of Spriter's resource for the 3D models for the Crystal Tower, Valgabard, Forbidden Land, Eureka, and Tosis, all from Final Fantasy III, because those are a bunch of the unexplored lands. And then, like I said here, we've got the tile sets for the Floating Continent, the Citadel of Trials, which in Final Fantasy Tactics is the Fortress of Trials, Matoya's Cave, Semite Falls, and the Tower of Babel. So we're just kind of going through and figuring out which one would be the most interesting to work on next. And we landed on Matoya's Cave. So we are working on Matoya's Cave right now. And I'm trying to see if I can create this here, where there's a wall in the middle of the Final Fantasy Tactics map. And I'm pretty sure we can pull it off. So we have a little bit set up right now. So we have the entrance right here, and then once you get in, once we figure out how to get in and open the door, or whatever we're doing to get that passed through, then just the camera angle for the map would be stuck on these two angles instead. So this one would be the beginning, and then this back here, right, would be the rest of it. So it seems nice and easy and doable, and it's a pretty smallish map. Yeah, exactly. So it's not like it's out of the question, and it's a pretty simple map, and it seemed like a fun little jog into it. So definitely the next, because I was kind of debating between this and the Floating Continent, but I don't really know. I need to kind of look into the Floating Continent a little bit more to know exactly what I want to do with it, because there's a lot of stuff there. But the only thing I can think of that anybody would immediately recognize would be like 3 statues in that platform where Kefka is, and right in front, like in down the stairs where the Ultima weapon is. So, not that like it's out of the question that that's what it is, but like, how could we make something really cool? How can we make something really cool in Final, like with the tools we have? Like maybe a whole shifting portion, or a collapsing part of the level, or something like that. So concept-wise, that one's going to take a lot more. The airship escape sequence, that would be exciting. That's true. Oh man, because you also have to do the airship to get there, right? You have to fight like Ultros and what's the wind dude? Why am I blanking on the boss's name? I fought it in a bunch of times. So he drops on the wing of the plane. So it's the octopus. I'm excited by the concept of the Floating Continent, but no clue how to make it exciting. Yeah, exactly. Same. 100%. I'm right there with you. Come on, man. I'm right there with you. So, we're doing Matoya's Cave because it's quaint and I like it, and I think it'd be kind of cool. Plus, I think I could kind of have like the dancing, the dancing brooms in Matoya's Cave. Just have like a panel of having them like dance here and there. I think that'd be kind of funny. So we can do the texture animations. I think that would be silly and kind of fun. So. But yeah, anyway, we're just trying to get everything set up and taken care of, and there's not really, like I said, there's not too much to the map itself. setup-wise. So as long as we can get everything there, then let's take a look real quick. I think there's a bookshelf somewhere. And then we need to split the map with those tables. I think those are the other iconic pieces. And so if we look at it, what do they line up with? They're like spaces in from... So we kind of lose things here, so it's probably like something like these two. And then here. And then here. Like that would be where the desks are. The skulls. Been inspired by the work you get done by keeping your modding schedule. I think I'm going to dedicate a few hours on Monday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday nights to doing FT. That's awesome. Let me know how it works out for you. Because like, I guess the biggest thing for me has always been that, at least the philosophy, I don't really know what else you want to call it, but you just kind of, you don't really, I don't really want to call it forcing, but you can't really like wait for motivation to come for this kind of thing. You just gotta sit. It's like a, I think the concept is like a non-zero day or non-zero kind of thing where, like you said, you dedicate a specific time slot. Either it's every few days a week, or even if you want to get really into something, like a few minutes a day. And instead of hoping something like that would come, it just starts happening because you're doing it every single time. So that time, and like, okay, well, I'm here for the next 3 hours. I'm here for the next 30 minutes. I might as well draw a circle. And then eventually, after you do that the circle so often, it turns into a really nice looking, sphere with shading and a bunch of, and the lighting and everything like that. You get good at understanding that kind of thing because you've done it so often and you get used to it, and then it's just natural, and then it's just a habit. And that right there, that I have so much I want to do, that's me. That's 100%. Like, I just want all of this. I think the airship for Chrono Trigger would be awesome, but it doesn't fit the list and feels like the G-Man's thing with this. Yeah. And it's frustrating. It doesn't feel like you have the time, and I, unfortunately, for the schedule that I can, like, because I have to wait till my kid's asleep to even be able to do that, and then I got to make sure that we're healthy and, nothing else is going on and that kind of stuff. So I do miss streams, like I missed, like I said, this week we missed Monday and Wednesday because I was trying not to get sick. The kid has definitely not been feeling well, so. But as soon as you're able to, you kind of just get back into it, right? Like that's the key. Okay, so we've got those raised skeleton things that we can do there. No, I don't want to copy that. I think I already did, though. Yep. Just by hitting the widget. Like, my own project is coming along so well, too. It gets frustrating seeing my stand still while I dedicate too much time to it. 100%. That, yes, I am right there. Getting got some jumps. Oh, pup, you're funny. Yeah, I agree. If only, because I would do the stream thing like I'm doing right now if I had all the extra time. In the world. Everything's been going amazing during the day streams, like in general, just because the time slot's better. So that's really neat. It seems to fit people's schedule a bit more, which is kind of cool. And then again, some people can't make it because, you know, they can't watch Twitch at work or one reason or another. So nothing's ever going to work out for every single person. I'm just going to do our best. And that's really all we can hope for. Okay, so we've got a concept there, and then I'll just take the... But yeah, Jen's let me know how that works out for you. Because I know, like I said, it literally is just my philosophy for how I tried to get it to work for myself. And if it works out for somebody else, that's awesome. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing is definitely, you know, like I said, post if you. My other thing I guess is posting updates in Discord as well to kind of. I really wouldn't say hold myself accountable, but technically, yeah. So people can expect the updates and stuff on those days, and people can see. I think that's the harder thing for people who are doing mods that kind of don't want to be spoiler. Going to do the spreadsheet work to get your events slotted in properly and the world map stuff for the study function. That's awesome. But yeah, if you can get me to a place where I can kind of like pick up and, like I said, the demo, like for me, is like a template for how we can move forward with most stuff. And if we can just add to that, and then that's the rest of the mod, I can, like I said, I can cover a lot of ground as well. Like the sprite for Ultima as in a catsuit. Is that the one with less skin that you showed, the sprite? I don't know why I'm using these as walls for reference, but it seems to be going over well for these so far, so I'm just going to keep at it. Let's go ahead and save again. Nice. Okay, let's take a peek real quick. Okay, so we got tables. So I'm probably going to leave the pots and stuff out of the thing, but I do think I want to add at least one bookcase. Yes, yep, Matoya's. And it's like the weirdest part, like, it is not a town that has any significance. It is one random room. It's not a dungeon or anything like that. It's from the like the wiki that I looked up for it. This purple stone's gonna look whack and retro. It's so fun. Yeah, yeah. It's literally just a lady who got exiled, I guess. Cave where the magician Matoya, who served the ancient kingdom of Ronka, so it's the Ronkan ruins, maybe? I don't know. She was well liked by the people, but after creating a demon, she was feared as a sorcerer, I guess, or... hold on, let me pull up my... So, like, this is what the actual one, it's, the court... I think this is the, War of the Lions version, I'm not really sure, though. Which enjoyed the adoration of the ancient Ronkan people, but that ended with the creation of the Enthralled, a work of witchcraft to lay the eye. It was then she took up residence here. It also says in here that it was just a cave where who served the ancient kingdom of Ronka lived, well liked, but she created a demon and was feared as a sorcerer. Yeah, Matoya is mistranslated as being a man. That's kind of funny. The War of the Lions version corrected it. Huh. That's curious. But yeah, it's just a location in the original Final Fantasy. Gotta watch some stuff on sprites. It's a number of self-animated brooms. They sweep the floor, and if the player attempts to converse with them, they chant a short song, which is apparently the inverted hint on how to press the button inputs need to access the world map in the original game. And you can get Matoya's missing eye from beating a boss, and it will give you an item. And that's the entire point of this whole thing. So, obviously, we'll at least have an item to access the thing with just the crystal eye, and we'll just kind of figure out what Astos looks like. It looks like a evil king of the Dark Elves. Interesting. Yeah, so... And then maybe we'll figure out what to do or something with that. But yeah, it'll be silly. But yeah, I like it. I think it'll be nice and fun and a neat little jaunt into it. So yeah, open the original world map. Yep. Yeah. We'll have to think a little bit more on that one, but that seems like a really cool and interesting way to go about it. Okay, so we need to find Oh wait, I think I just put a bookcase right here. I'm kind of worried that it's going to block the view a little bit. But I don't think it would be too bad. And it does seem to be needed, so... it seems as simple as just kind of doing this. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. It doesn't seem like it's too big of a... Yeah, and you can see it from over here, but like I said, I do want to make it the strongest from these two angles when we're back here. So, seems like a good place to go, and I don't think we have to worry about it too much, like you said. So I think we'll be good there. There'll be walls on there. Okay, any other iconic thing? There's a bed? I don't know if I want to keep the bed there. I don't know if I want to add the bed. I guess it could just be like right here. And then I gotta think on how we want to do skulls. I think it would be pretty easy just to do, like, candle. They look like, you know, the candles things. We just draw an image, and you can see it when it's the 4. The bed with a cube. Because, like, they pretty much use the skull everywhere. Like, it's the same thing on all the places, and there's like stuff on the back of the wall and everything like that, so. I do like the different lighting between the two. I know it's like once you're in here and it differentiates between the two, but I kind of want to have it where it's dark out here and then glowy on the inside. I think that'll be really nice. I think the carpet's going to look really cool as well. And then I'll have to steal a table, or at least a method of how to make the table from another map. But it shouldn't be too hard. And then I'll go in the center. Because I know the chairs are pretty easy. They're really complex. It's really weird. Yeah, I know. It's so weird to be like how excited, but for something so simple, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, we'll definitely. The swords. That's so cool. We'll definitely figure it out. You artist. Thank you. But the best part is, look, like we can. It's pixel perfect. So we can take all of the palette and everything straight from it. So that all the resources I found have been super, super nice in that regard. So it doesn't get blurry when you get close to it. It's just like, these are all of the pixels that this is made up of. So it's really cool. I can even get like the lighting version of that, so we can get pretty detailed with how small and everything the level is. So, but that's it for everything too. Like even the very bare minimum version of the set, like the trial, it's still down to the pixel when you zoom in. So, floating continent, same way. Even though there are a lot more pixels in there, and it looks like a mess when you're this close, but everything I've found so far has been super great in that regard. Like this is nuts. Like these doors and stuff is so cool. These lighting like that. That's so cool. So it's just nice to be able to find a little bit of reference for everything. Did I close? I did close out of that one, so I can't look at it. I think Jumza made an Undertale reference about the bed. I made a good a good one. Don't take it from me. Okay. Yeah, I think we could just throw the bed in the corner over here. I think it just is a 2. Guys, I'm Armored Corey. Welcome to my stream. Everyone is Elric after all. So, like I said, what I was thinking is, in order to do the skulls, right? If you look at the on the top of each one of these, I deleted literally all of the reference I could have used. Go me! But take this. I can rotate it this way. Does that work? So we could do something kind of... I don't think we need like something as large as these ones, but... and you just rotate it. So in transparency, it looks... Does it look like that? I don't know if you could... You'd have to... No, because it would have to look different from different angles? I'll have to experiment with that a little bit and see if that's a way I could do it. Otherwise, I guess we could attempt to do something... I guess I could attempt to model some kind of like square face. It's not going to be too bad. But like this is more or less it, right? Like that's, you just have the carpet in the middle and then you have, I'd say like the chair right here and the table. Oh, Rick, thank you. always looking out for me. I appreciate it. Okay, well, let's do our due diligence here, and I got you, homie. I do kind of want to keep the flat walls on the back here. I need to figure out how we're going to do the door. Because it is kind of like an insert here. I feel like maybe we just have it open. Yeah, me neither, unfortunately. Doing a project like this is probably the worst idea for someone who is not nearly as familiar. But we'll get there and we'll learn. There's YouTube, we can watch reference and everything like that. So how would I do the door? Because right now we have like a lean-in wall kind of thing that looks kind of cool. It gives a little bit of illusion that there's more space than there actually is. So do I just have an entrance? Like, is that the simple answer here? Because why not? It wouldn't make much sense to have a door that you have to open. Unless we're going to do that weird, like, palette thing that they do in one of the... I think the scenes where Zalbag is listening in on Dice Dark and one of the Shrine Knights talking. And, like, the map rotates and it goes from black to... I have vanilla maps open here. Where is that? Closed just for events. Okay. I'll see what Lawfree? Is that the one I'm looking for? I'm looking for the specific map. It is. $92. Okay. I'm gonna save this real quick and we'll take a look at it. So, like, you start with just, the view of only being able to see. I think there's multiple different. Is it secondary? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Secondary hit doesn't have a thing here. That's funny. But then it like swings over, and then reveals the map to show that Zalbag's right here. And so I feel like that's something we could do with the palette animation. So that's the fire. Target palette ID 12. Start index at 4. So it goes through all these here. And does a total of 6 frames. So it goes down to 10. So you start with like a totally just the entrance of the cave. And then we fade the rest of it in when you open the door. To eavesdrop, I guess. Yeah, so like this is I guess this is the concept we could use. So if I just... Is that what I'm trying to do? Why do I feel like there's a different concept? Oh, so entree. Nope, never mind. That is definitely the fire. That's fine. Starts at 0. Oh, so that's the palette animations for the outside of the... Yeah, so it has a UV animation for the fire, and then there's a palette animation for the ground and everything. Which is a really cool combination, by the way. The two are for that, and then this targets this here. Starts at 4, and then it reveals itself. But for some reason, it constantly plays in GDX. It's at 10. Goes through over here. If I just modified one of these, does that do anything? Anyway, I'll have to figure out. It would be the first palette one for me. So. But yeah, that would be something we could do. I just don't know how to control that from constantly happening. I'm sure there is a way to trigger the animation. And it would be the last thing we would do. Do they all use the same? All of this use the same palette? Anyway, yeah, so it looks like it has 2. That's why it needs 2 palette animations for that. But yeah, that would be definitely something we could do with a door here. So I guess we would have to do like a half tile. I feel. So something akin to this. So it would just be a texture that would open up and you'd be able to walk through it. Because most doors maybe it opens like this. I think there's a concept. It just turns into a line on the side when you open it. But again, that's 2D, right? Also, I love that I can just steal the animation for the fires straight from here. That'll be super nice. If I can ever figure out how to do that kind of thing, so. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. We've got plenty of polygons and stuff to pull off candles, things like that. I love to steal. I love to reference. Big difference. Oh, I can't even grab the ram. Okay, we're going to delete this because we need a triangle here. Okay, so we will need... We'll need some kind of... Thank you, Jumza. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. We're going to definitely need... a wall when it comes to this thing. Just something to be here when the door itself opens. So... Okay. The bed, we got that really, really thick bookcase for some reason. Books are huge in the Final Fantasy Tactics universe. Like on the way to the end, in the underground book storage, there are books that are literally as big as people. Why did I go for that one? Why can't I just choose the only one that would actually matter? Work harder. Apparently. That's my motto. There we go. Okay, so there's that. There are triangles there, and now I just need the triangles on the wall. I gotta build the walls. And then we gotta do the terrain. But That's iffy right now. Okay. Getting ahead of myself and just need to get on stuff. Okay, looks like it's in there. Is that one? Then I guess we rotate this way. I should just be able to plop this one in. Okay, so there's that. Okay. A couple of gaps filled there. So these would be like darkened, I guess, because it's kind of like a, again, the way the Final Fantasy Tactics does it to show that it's a part of a bigger piece is they like slice it, and that's how that's the black polygons, the untextured stuff. So that's what I think the tops of these would be, is that. Like I feel like it gives it more room and it looks more like a cave wall than if it was just like straight up and down. But I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way or not. So we look at this again, like it is just a craggy wall. The jutting and the textures is what gives it its depth and contrast between everything, instead of an angle or anything like that. It's very defined. And the only reason I'm doing the angled for my stuff is because that's how the Grog Hill model was. Like that. This part right here is the part that interests me, though, is like see how it reaches in when you're looking at it. So this is like if we were doing a Final Fantasy Tactics one, right? It's just the tile butting up against the flat wall. For this one, it would have to like eat in to the border a little bit every once in a while to create that like rounded feel instead of just a square. And that's pretty easy to do because you just don't, that's your tile, right? In 3D, you have to have a ground, you have to have that tile on the ground be modeled in such a way, a manner that gives that border. And so what I'm doing instead of that is having the walls lean out. Goats with toes. I think I have an idea. Ideas are never safe. You sir, are 100% correct in that comment. It needs to sound like boats and house. It's not like a cave in vanilla, right? Oh, so they have it crawl. They have it transition. I'm just looking at some reference for other textures and stuff from vanilla. And what they usually do is have the ground extend up into the wall instead of it being cut by the wall. I think Douglas Pass is probably the most detailed rock formations. Maybe Mandalia Plains too. I mean, it's mostly just keeping with the square theme, so I don't like the indent as much. Okay. Rejecting my own idea. I think we're just going to have the entrance look interesting like that, and I'm going to keep all these flat. save real quick. Just in case doing this. Okay. Crashes. Okay, so do we have? I do need to change the color of the bottom to red, just so I can see where the black polygons currently lie. I feel like that should be a black polygon here. Don't feel like I need these, but I'm still gonna put them in here. Just in case. Actually, these can extend down. Would you kindly? Thank you. I mean, with the black, like I said, with the black background, it doesn't seem like I would need these, but okay. I think I'm gonna keep this here. No, because it's cutting it off would make it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that there. That seems fine. Well, here it seems like the bed would be. Yeah, we're just gonna move this and actually make it a bed. Oops, I should probably have held a button down for that one, but there we go. Like I said, the black indicates that that wall extends. So I'm gonna keep this open here, so it feels like that wall extends. Okay. At least that's my initial feeling. Could be wrong. rotate. So this will seem weird because it feels like it needs this. Right there. It's black, right? It'll be... I feel like it needs a thickness. But I don't know if it actually does. Well, let's see what it looks like if the texture were to be in an area that would render it that way. I think it's not the transparency thing. Okay, avoid the triangle there just in case we attempt to break something. Oh, I guess that's probably a better place to put that, huh? Copy that first. There we go. I feel like this won't matter because it'll be black on the background too. So if we went this and then put this down here. It has a light that affects it differently. Interesting. This one? No. Looks like it's a little white here. Okay, so it at least does kind of affect the color of it, right? A little bit at least. So it's not terrible thought to try to put it in there. To mess with us a lot to get the kind of feeling I'm looking for. Okay. Initial feeling? Not sure we need it. So I'm gonna get rid of it right now. Can always add it back in. But right now, it feels extraneous. Especially since we have a black background. This looks much better. Where can I move this to make it stand out a little bit more? Different page. Just trying to get it so if you look at it. And then I need to increase this. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for me today. Tonight, this evening, whatever you want to call it. I'll have to get that terrain and stuff and get it up and running and then take a look at some of the angles and things a little bit next time on Monday. So let's go see if there is anyone around to raid with our plethora of beautiful people. Well, nobody in my fall list, that seems there. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna save the raid this evening. And I will just see you guys later. Because there doesn't seem to be... There's like a few people who are streaming. You know what? We'll throw everybody. It looks like there's somebody who's doing their first playthrough. And we'll give a rate over that. Looks like a Horunic. So, go say hi. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.